When a 6-year-old girl vanished from her home in South Africa, her mother cried on TV, pleaded for help, held candlelight vigils. She looked like every parent's worst nightmare. Then we found out recently she was the one that sold her daughter. Joshlin Smith, only 6 years old, light skin, bright greenish blue eyes, beautiful little girl. She was living in a fishing community just outside Saldanha Bay. On February 19, 2024, Joshlin was reported missing. Her mother Raquel told police that Joshlin had been left at home with her boyfriend, and somehow when she came back, her daughter was gone. The entire community rallied. What? A missing child? Search parties combed through bushes, beaches, abandoned buildings. Police brought in sniffer dogs. News outlets ran her story on every platform. And standing right at the center of it was Kelly, her mom, crying, begging for her daughter's safe return. What nobody knew then was that Kelly knew exactly what had happened to Joshlin. Months passed. Suspicions grew. And then one day the truth cracked open. Kelly Smith, her boyfriend Jackin, and their friend Steveno, they were arrested and charged with kidnapping and human trafficking. Witnesses came forward. Horrifying details spilled out in court. Kelly didn't just lose her daughter. She sold her for 20,000 rand. Barely over $1,000, she sold her own child to a Sangoma, a traditional healer, not to raise her, not to adopt her, for muti. In some parts of South Africa, muti, a traditional medicine, crosses into something darker, illegal. Human body parts are used for rituals, for spiritual powers, things like that. And because of Joshlin's rare skin tone and her striking eyes, she became a target. Kelly knew. She did not protect her child. She handed her over for a handful of stupid money. During the trial, a state witness testified that Kelly had talked openly about selling Joshlin long before the girl went missing. She even tried to bribe neighbors afterwards. Please keep quiet. She was trying to tell them, please say nothing about what I told you before. I was just joking. And the most gut-wrenching part is that even now, after she has been found guilty of kidnapping and trafficking her own child, Kelly has refused to say where Joshlin is. She still won't tell anybody what happened to her daughter. She will not point them in the right direction. Imagine the level of evil it takes. Imagine knowing your child is out there somewhere, possibly hurt, in danger, maybe dead, and you still choose silence. You choose protecting yourself over saving your own child. This is her mother, her own mother. The courtroom had to be moved into a sports hall because so many people showed up to see the verdict. When the guilty verdicts were announced, the crowd burst into applause. Everybody clapped. Some people cried. Some shouted. And Kelly, she broke down sobbing. She wasn't sobbing for her daughter. She was crying because she had gotten caught. She wasn't feeling guilty or anything. Don't be deceived. Joshlin Smith should be laughing, playing, going to school. But instead, she's still missing. And the only people who know where she is, the very people who are supposed to love her, protect her, they refuse to say a word. And that's the part that just makes me so angry. They stole her life. They stole her future. And now, they're stealing closure from everybody who cared enough to look for her. All we can hope for is that one day, somehow, Joshlin will be found. And that real justice, not just guilty verdicts on paper, will finally be done.